Are you tired of losing at chess? Good, because that's why I'm here. I'm here to help. So we're going to try a daily puzzle here and put the old system on it and see what's up. So checks, captures, piece contacts, board situation. So piece, what is it? No, I'm sorry. Check. We can check him what? Queen C8 check, Queen H7 check, Knight F7 check, and the rook is pinned by the queen, so we can't play rook check. All right, so what about captures? We have, well, queen takes H7, knight takes H7, queen takes F6, which is also a check. Piece contacts. We have piece contacts of, well, you know, knight on F7 would be juicy if that rook wasn't there. Knight to E4 would have potential value. That's really about it. Now, board situation. Well, we already touched on the beginning. The queen pins our rook, so that rook doesn't move. It's simply a target to be consumed at will by the black pieces, unfortunately. He's pawn forked our rook and knight, so, you know, it looks like we're going to lose one of those. Unless I can pull some weird, you know, Harry Houdini escape here. So, move that jumped off of me, off the page at me, was rook to E8 check, which is illegal. That's the move that jumped off the page at me when I saw this. I'm like, dude, rook to E8 check, and I'm winning. Oh, that's illegal. Well, no wonder it's winning. So, hey, sometimes it jumps off good, sometimes it jumps off bad. So, man, but really we only have two checks. I mean, that's the thing. Well, I mean, okay, queen takes H7. Queen takes H7 check, rook takes queen, and so what? You lose. All right? So that get rid of that one. That was nothing. We looked at it, it's trash. Knight F7 check. I mean, it doesn't take Bobby Fischer to see that rook takes knight is just winning. Okay? It's winning. So that's out of the wow. The only thing we have really left on the checks is queen to C8 check. So queen to C8 check is, if he plays rook takes queen. I'm looking at this dude and like, rook takes queen. Well, then look, the rook is gone. So knight F7 check is crushing. Okay, it's absolutely crushing. So, well, it's interesting. Oh, dude, it's a double crusher. Queen to C8 check is crushing because you have to look at these moves. This is the thing I haven't mentioned in this series. In the future, it's going to be really hard to figure out what I did and mention, but you know, whatever. Queen to C8 check, devastating move because he has there are always two choices. Take it or don't take it. So rook takes it. We check him on F7, okay, which is very strong. What if he doesn't take it? What if he doesn't take it? If he doesn't take it, he can play, well, queen to F8, which is suicide. We just take his queen. Queen takes queen check and it's mate. Okay, so that's suicide. He can also not take it by moving his king. King to G7. Okay. All right, I'm looking at this. Yes. Yeah, the key thing is if he doesn't take it and moves king to G7, we have a killer move that you may not have seen. You might want to pause the video and see if you can figure it out. give yourself a minute or two. If you get it, fine. That's terrific, actually. If you don't get it, it's okay, because it's a higher level player's move. So if you don't get it, I show it to you, you're gonna go, wow, this is awesome, and you'll be able to add this to your arsenal. Okay, so I'm telling you, queen to c8 check is absolutely the winning move, because what's going to happen is, I'm going to tell you what happens first, and then I'm going to show you the killer move that you may or may not have seen. You probably didn't see it, but it's not a problem. Queen to c8 check. Rook takes c8, is as good a move as any. Rook captures queen. Knight f7 check, king g7. Knight captures queen. And now the knight is attacking the black rook on c8, while his pawn is attacking our rook on e5. So if he wants to move his rook, then we move our rook. If he wants to take my rook, then I'm going to take his rook. I'm going to be a knight up in the end. Now, what if he doesn't take the queen? Here's the answer. Queen to c8 check, king g7, queen takes c7, queen takes rook check. And he's knight forked. He has to take it. Queen takes queen, knight e6 check, forkola. He moves, knight captures queen, pawn takes rook. Again, we're a knight ahead. So, we're ready to play the move. He took it, but if he doesn't take it, we're going to take his, you should be able to see now that we'll play queen takes rook, queen takes queen, because he'll move king, it's queen here, king to g7. Queen would take rook, queen would take queen, and knight moves to e6, forking the queen on c7 and the king on g7. If you want to get a board out and look at it yourself, that's always a great idea. Always. If you see it in your mind, visualizing this on the board as we're doing it, that's terrific. That's the ultimate goal. If you need to look at it on a board, by all means do so. So, we got this guy. And like I told you, I'm attacking his knight, his rook, with my knight, and then he's attacking my rook. If he wants to play knight to d8, I'm just going to play rook to d5. I could check him if I wanted to, but, whatever. It doesn't really matter. If he wants to take my rook, I take his rook. So I'm a knight ahead. I don't care how you slice it. This is the power that I teach you. So if you're tired of losing at chess, these are the problems for you. Tell your friends. Don't tell your enemies, because you're going to use it to beat them. All right? I'll see you guys later.